She started out as the Director of Gender and Health. She was elected as the first ever female president of Laikipia University. She will be remembered for gracing Season 2 of KTN's The Presenter. Rose Gakuo joins me today on The Welland Show to tell us more about how her journey to professional announcing has been. Thank you so much, Rose, for joining me today. So I'll just dive in straight into the questions. So what are some of the earlier positions that you held in the broadcast field?
Well, thank you so much for inviting me to your show. Just to go straight to the point, I have participated quite a bit in the journalism field. My most active role being a participant in KTN, the presenter rather. So that is where I would say I harnessed my skill and even nurtured it, because it did involve a lot of scripting, a lot of reporting, but at the same time honing my skill to present.
What, in your view, are the physical and the emotional attributes required in the broadcast field?
Well, of course, remember, communication is an industry that the audience really requires you to deliver. You know, even through your body language, and of course the physical attribute in this case then would be important. In this case, maybe to refer to your voice. If you are going to be delivering a story that is sad, then we need to catch that emotion from your voice. So you really need to know how to do it right. Your intonation must be right. It is pretty much about that. But again, even the body language, you know, you need to be settled. You need to be calm. You need to have your audience feeling that they are, you know, relaxed and they're able to receive the news as it is.
Rose, what are the suggestions you have for a young aspiring college professional announcer for them to gain practical experience?
Well, there's really no thing about coming straight to the field, because if you're a journalist, you're a journalist. You know what they say. If you know, you know. So it's not really about being freshly coming into the field. You always need to be honing your skills, whether you're ready, you know, practicing or otherwise, during your free time. Anytime you're having an interaction, you must always assume you're delivering a story to your audience. It is something that you have to keep doing, so that by the time you're coming into the actual industry, by the time you're coming to be a presenter, maybe say on a mainstream media, it is natural. So that it doesn't seem so rehearsed, or you're always feeling like you're really straining. So it's more about, let them keep practicing, let them be really a part of them in terms of conversation, in terms of presentation, and even try to engage in more activities that, you know, just strengthen them in the field.
Rose, what job or event represents the zenith of your career?
Well, I can assure you, every day feels like a great achievement. Because, I mean, when you sit down to address Kenyans, when you sit to report on a story that will affect or touch on the lives of Kenyans, it is the peak of your career at any one given moment. But I take pride in having had to interview the president. This was during the general elections. And he had gone to cast his vote at his polling station. This is in Getundu South.
Getundu South,
Exactly. And I think for me, just having managed to get a spot to interview him, we were fighting and clamoring for that space even with international media, and I managed to interview the president and of course get him addressing the country. Remember, it was during such a heightened political moment, so it was really, you know, a moment of a reckoning for me right there to interview him.
Okay, Rose, if you could do it again, would announcing be your career choice? If yes, why? And if no, why?
If I do it again, in this life and the next, you bet. Broadcast, communication, that is always, I mean, it's always close to my heart. I'll still do it again. Only this time round, I'll try to do it in a broader way. I'll probably venture even into radio, because currently I'm mostly on TV. Remember, times have changed. We're now living in a digital era. You have social media, so you can do like your YouTube channels, you can have maybe Facebook, you know, as well as radio and TV all together. So if I were to do it again, definitely it would be broadcast, only broader.